kid. Good for the professor.
And he makes them both. Moving the ball around beautifully. To Antetokounmpo. He's averaging 6 boards per game this season. Stucky shot thrown right back at him. Easily gets past him with the dribble. Shut down, forced to make the pass. Lays it up and in. Terrific pass from Michael Carter-Williams. Goes for the three-pointer. And he just fires it up in the final seconds.
Ooh,
First quarter comes to an end. Indiana's up by 3. Second quarter is set to begin. This one a close one. This is exactly what we expected, 2 evenly matched teams.
This has just been a well-played first quarter. I just really like what I'm seeing by both teams.
Jeff, the big offseason acquisition was Greg Monroe. How does he fit with this team?
Oh, I think he's a great fit. Surprising. Everyone thought Monroe was going to pick a big city, big market. Instead, he chooses the up-and-coming Bucks, and I think it's going to work very, very well for both he and the Bucks. Because, Mike, he can go down on the block. He can punish you down there. He's an excellent passer, and he is capable of playing up in the elbow area as well.
Knocks down the second after he misses the first. Indiana's leading Milwaukee by a score of 19-15. Turnover on the pass. Pretty pass.
What are you doing?
Against Parker. Oh, he shoots it, gets it to go. 6-point lead for the Pacers.
Purpose. They are playing with offensive purpose here in the first half of this game, scoring at will.
Throws it down the rim. Young looking to curl in. Oh, nice block for the layup. Puts it in. That's a 2-pointer. Indiana's shooting 64% from the field.
Look, you can't give up layups like that. You got to protect the basket and the paint at all costs.
Monroe. The 2 defenders convert.
What is this?
Oh, he threw it out of bounds. And we have a substitution here. Ellis, Jeff, one of those guys that you like from the standpoint of, you know he's going to be out there and play every night. 2 times he's led the NBA in minutes per game.
Yeah, and that's not easy, Mike. To average over 40 minutes a game, that's hard to do. Now, sometimes that comes with taking some possessions off defensively. That's not what you want. But he has great stamina. He has great durability. You want your best players on the floor and available, and Ellis has been able to provide that for the teams he's played for.
The Bucks with control on the rebound.
Game rebounding is how you establish a rebounding tone to your team, a toughness to your team. They've established that very well in the first half.
Shot won't go.
He's not a selfish player, but that was a selfish shot.
No! Oh, I got pushed for that.
Oh, look at the athleticism exploding up to finish with the hammer.
Unable to flip it in.
Could we pass the ball more than once, please, before we shoot? Is that too much to ask?
Taken away by Button.
Oh, backcourt.
Indiana's making a few personnel changes here. To Monroe. He's averaging 9 boards per game this season. Draws the contact. Yep, it's a foul called against Hill. Picks up his first personal. Nope, first free throw won't go. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Jeff, 2 years ago, the Pacers were in the conference finals. The Pacers were in talk of a possible championship contender. Where are they now?
Again, hard to decide, Mike. Larry Bird made a huge jump and leap of faith in the offseason to disband what had been good for the Pacers, playing slower, more methodical, defensive-oriented. This is a vastly different team with a vastly different style, and we'll see if they get the results they're hoping for.
Oh, nice rejection by Vasquez. And a foul is called. And Monte Ellis will go to the line with under 2 minutes to go in the second. And he hits the first free throw.
Ooh, that's all.
So he hits the first and misses the second. To Parker. At the rim. Hill the rebound. He's averaging 7 rebounds per game this season. Ellis on the drive. Puts it up. Deep corner shot. Nice box out by Vasquez. Kicks it out to the corner. Middleton nails it. The Bucks down by 5. The assist from number 21 to Ellis. He's averaging 13 points per game this season. 2 points. The assist from NBA filled with stories of guys who came out of nowhere to get that big contract. How about Chris Middleton? Not a lot expected when he first came into the NBA. Now he's a big part of this team with a big contract.
Absolutely. Think about it. He was traded just a couple years ago, and
Yo,
no one
ref,
knew
where's
if
the
he was
foul
going
at?
to stick in the NBA. Now he's a multi-millionaire because of his great season last year, and he is a steadying force to a very capable team.
Out of bounds. Ref says it'll be Bucks ball. Both coaches now feeling they need to make some changes on the floor. To Middleton. He's averaging 15 points per game this season. Screen set nicely. Oh, that's a devastating dunk in his face.
He punished the rim with that dunk. He nearly took the rim off.
Ellis against Middleton. Hill on the drive, lets it go, converts on the inside.
That's just beautiful offensive basketball. To shoot it and not even notice the guy who's contesting the shot.
Parker. Nice ball movement. At the buzzer. And the first half comes to an end. The Pacers up by. Welcome back to the Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis for the second half of this game. If you're just joining us, along with me is Jeff Van Gundy. I'm Mike Breen. Indiana's got to be very happy with that first half. Now they've got to have that killer instinct, Jeff.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what few NBA teams have. Very few NBA teams and players can continue to keep up a great level of intensity and concentration when they're playing with a lead. Don't ask me why, but it is a problem league-wide.
It's out of bounds. Jeff, Greg Monroe, one of those old school type of players. He's just one of those guys that fundamentally very sound, gets the job done.
Absolutely. I love his game. You give him the ball on the block, he knows what to do with it. And then he's a good rebounder. I think people forget that he's able to consistently rebound the ball in traffic. This is a nice young player.
Middleton gets to the rim. It's good. And Jabari Parker with 6 points.
I love when teams share the ball. You learn everything you needed to know in this world in kindergarten. And the #1 thing that Mrs. French taught me was share. And I'll tell you what, they are sharing the basketball here today in this game.
The assist from number 22. Puts it up from three-point land. And Chris Middleton with the defensive board. Great pass. Milwaukee's playing some great team basketball, Jeff. You've got to love what you're watching.
Rebound,
tenacity to rebound the basketball and limit second shots for their opponent and get second opportunities for themselves. It's all about the ball and getting it, and that's what rebounding does.
The Pacers with the offensive rebound for another possession. Bucks a fun team to watch, Jeff, because they're athletic and they can get up and down the floor.
They sure can. In the running game, they can beat you.
And the run continues, Jeff. Boy, it's getting uncomfortable. Why haven't they called timeout?
Mike, I don't like to second guess, but I'm surprised they haven't called a timeout right here. I know some coaches like to let their players play through the swings of the game, but right here, a timeout is warranted.
Carter Williams moves into the front court. Making the defense work with excellent ball movement. To Monroe. Greg Monroe with 5 points and 3 rebounds. Parker against George. Has to force it up. 3 left on the clock. Puts it in.
Oh,
a
crap.
two-pointer. And Michael Carter Williams with 7 points.
You don't want to make a living taking contested two-point jump shots, but here it worked out because of superior concentration.
Monroe the rebound. He's averaging 9 boards per game this season.
Carter Williams.
Gets
Wow,
it to go.
this game is
He's shooting
fake.
66% from the field.
Great concentration and finish on that layup. Beautiful, beautiful play.
Misses from downtown.
You have to make the defense work. That shot bailed the defense out. You gave them a possession off instead of making them work each and every time down the court to defend you.
That won't go.
You got to figure out how you can get a better quality shot and use your greatness to attract the second defender. And
There's the whistle, and the timeout is finally called.
finally, I guess they heard me from across the court to call a timeout. It's a little late, but better late than never.
3.5 gone by on the third. Indiana's down by 4. Vasquez, it's a two-pointer. Won't go. Sends it to the corner. Ellis fires for 3 from the corner. Ellis is off the mark from downtown.
That's just way too quick right there. You can work the defense to get a better quality shot. Any coach would tell you, shot selection is critical to winning basketball games.
Kicks it out to the top of the key. Off the mark from 3.
I'm disappointed. This type of defense is not championship caliber winning defense in the second half of a close game.
The assist from number 0,
Vasquez set to bring it up. Tied up, has to make that pass. Has to adjust, nicely done. Not able to score, and a nice finish at the basket. Giannis Antetokounmpo with 6 points and 7 rebounds.
Pound the offensive board. Get extra possession. Great job in the pursuit of the basketball and then finishing at the rim.
To Monroe. No doubt about it, whistle blows, a foul called against the Pacers. So that's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. Next one, they're in the penalty. And it looks like we have a little player shuffling going on here.
last 2 minutes. Entering the game for
To
the
Mayo.
number 5, Michael Carter Williams.
Throws it back. Puts it up. The Bucks with the offensive
Come
rebound
on.
to keep it alive. Carter Williams on the drive. Strong on the offensive pass. Shot blocked by George. To Ellis. Final seconds.
Wow, I can never make a shot.
Indiana's down by 1.
We'll have more NBA action coming up for you right after this short break.
Fourth quarter set to get underway. This one, anyone's ball game. What do you look for in the fourth period?
Fourth quarters are about 2 things, will and skill. And if you got them both, you got a chance.
To Mayo. Terrific ball movement. Parker for 2, shoots away, hits the shot. And Jabari Parker with 10 points.
That's just tremendous defensive effort. You did all you could to prevent the make. Unfortunately, he stuck it.
off the mark from downtown.
That's an I haven't taken a shot in a while type of shot.